Hey y'all, I want to talk about how sports and MGTOW relate. For those of y'all that don't know, MGTOW stands for men going their own way. A simplified definition of MGTOW is essentially a man that lives his life the way that he wants to without regard for society's expectations of him. These expectations can be the expectation to marry, have kids, be in long-term relationships, and the expectation to protect and provide for women. The obvious relation between sports and MGTOW is that the most popular sports are played by men. That alone isn't enough to relate to MGTOW, but it is a significant factor. Contrary to popular belief, these men are just like every other man, with the obvious exception of being wealthy and famous. These men have mothers, fathers, they have siblings, they have wives and ex-wives, and they also have children. These men have many of the same relationships that the average man has, and I think there's a lot we can learn from these men. These are men in the spotlight who have yet to take the red pill. We can learn from their mistakes and failures, and we can learn from their accomplishments. Every man has a story to tell, and every man has something he can teach. Athletes and those involved in sports are no different. One need only look at Kobe Bryant and Tiger Woods' marital issues to think twice about the act of getting married. One can amass a vast amount of wealth and reach the heights of success and still have to come home to a wife that will belittle his accomplishments, tell him how inadequate he is, sleep around behind his back, and still demand more from him. And that's not even mentioning that he can have his assets stolen from him through divorce. Nor is it even mentioning alimony, child custody, and child support. These are blue pill men that are learning life lessons the hard way. By observing them, we can learn these lessons the easy way. And who knows, we may even see men in the sports world wake up and go their own way. That may be an overly optimistic sentiment, but sports can be a precursor of things to come. It's common knowledge that sports began racial integration before society at large did. Maybe the first athlete of a major sport that goes his own way will be a sign of mass red pill prescriptions being filled. We all know that millions of people watch sports, and that the vast majority of people that watch those sports are men. By discussing sports with a MGTOW point of view, I believe an opportunity arises to spread red pill knowledge to many more men than discussing MGTOW topics on their own. Ultimately, that is my goal. Let me know what y'all think. Later.